Hey guys. Okay, so I refuse to live in fear because it's just something that I don't want to do. It's not a good feeling to fear. It's not a good feeling to feel scared. Um, it's not a good feeling to be um, thinking or expecting about something bad that does not make us feel good. I know definitely I'm not the only one. So I just want to say that it's my responsibility to be as bright, as loving, as hopeful, as careful, as caring, and as truthful and as protecting as I can for myself, and so do other people as well. So, um, sometimes when I go on YouTube or maybe not YouTube, it's because someone wrote something. Either it's like on their status, either whether it's a tweet or maybe an Instagram post. Um, I don't really feel comfortable. I'm not going to say it's I don't like them, but to be honest, I like the truth, but I really don't. I've never really felt comfortable. Sorry about the lighting. I'm gonna adjust it right. I've never really felt comfortable with expecting to feel fear when that's something that we block out the moment we capture that feeling and we move forward by positive thinking and thinking of enlightening ways to think otherwise so that good can come to us because we're expecting good. So I know I'm not the only one. So whenever I hear or see someone with a title and it says, um, this is what's going to happen if you give up, or this is what's going to happen if, I'm like, oh my gosh, can we please practice on saying something encouraging. It doesn't have to stop. It's almost like when someone make a an enlightening video, a very good enlightenment type style video, and I know that some people cover certain situations that may have something there that you did not expect to hear because the intent of the video is for you to get something good out of it, especially if you're needing something to uplift you in order for you to have the right guidance to get wherever it is that you're trying to get to. Every now and then, and people aren't perfect, so we tend to say a little bit of things to teach, but we don't continue that or make it as really dark. We make one example of something and then we continue with the rest of the video, and the whole rest of the video is encouraging. But continuing to tell someone um, something is not going to happen for them if they don't do it in this type of order. If you focus on delivering a message that is uplifting more, not saying that your videos aren't uplifting, but you know, it's almost like say something uplifting and get off. Try not to. I can't tell you what to do. You can't tell me what to do. We can tell each other what to do, but doesn't make it um um it doesn't make it true that that's what we are going to do. But I do want to say that I would expect to get on something on a platform and hear someone say something that will let me know that these are the steps to take to get where you need to be, and anything else doesn't really matter because you know exactly what you have to do. And if anyone else tries to think otherwise, and that's hindering you from moving forward because they're in a position that you need to get through them to get something that you need, then that's when you give someone the opportunity to find other ways to get around that, or just like leave or deal with it in some other type of way, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So let's see, for an example, I've gotten someone tell me that I'm not going to get anywhere just by sitting there. And to me, I'm thinking, well, you can get somewhere just by sitting there, because look at the computer and look how much people can be influenced by anything that you put out there, and look how the amount of people that are able to respond to you, and look at the amount of attention that you can get just by sitting there. So I would never say, you're not going to. Now, I understand the concept, what they mean, that you're not going to get anywhere just by sitting there doing nothing. Yes, I do understand that. But what is nothing to that person and that individual, So that's the reason why I wanted to make this video, because I refuse to live in fear. There's enough people and beings in the world who don't have the right mindset, and they can slow a person down if you are righteous enough. Whenever you're righteous enough and you're around them and they don't have the right mindset, it may slow you down, but not necessarily, because you're a righteous person and God is going to speak to you regardless and let you know what's right and what's wrong. And there's a time and a place for everything, and there's a reason for why you're there. So eventually it's going to come on in your head, and it's going to pop up, and you're going to say, I really didn't need, to deal with this person because of the situation that I'm in and they're in. And it's going to really slow me down, because I really find myself teaching them more than they're teaching me. But at the same time, they're teaching me something that they don't think. They know that they're teaching me, and it's a way of getting away from that person because it may not be healthy for me. And that's it, but I get a lot of things. I see a lot of things on YouTube, and people have their right to speak about whatever they want. It's their freedom. I don't want to tell anyone, that they don't have, the rights to do that, because that would be unfair. It's their lifestyle. So, sorry about the lighting, you guys. So yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. Let's say, for instance, I've also gotten a couple of, I have to go down here to get this lighting correctly, guys. I'm so sorry. Can you guys see me? Okay. So for instance, I went through, a few videos, and that's the thing. It's like, people have to continue to post and post and post and post and post and post and post. And sometimes some of the videos are just like, that's not all you need to do, but be like encouragement. That's not the only thing that you need. And then you get on the video and you click on it, and then it's not what they are saying, almost, in a way. It's not almost it's not like always what they are saying, it's how they are saying it. And that is scary enough, because people's emotions are triggered. And once you master that ability to deliver a message without triggering someone's emotions to the fact that where they make them feel bad, even though it is true and you don't intend to make them feel that way, that holds a lot of capturing within that person's direction of thought, because that person now fears. So they're already in fear before they watched the video, and then they clicked on your video because they thought that it was going to be so uplifting that the fear was going to be gone. And it's possible for someone to click on your video and the fear is going to be gone. It's possible. And some people feel as if that's what is going to happen to them when they make a good uplifting video to help someone, and it sometimes it does, and then sometimes it doesn't. Um, like one person that I know for sure who has developed a 100%, and nobody's perfect, but someone that has developed a 100% um way of providing information to make people feel good about themselves no matter what. And that has been what is her name? What's the lady name that has the vegan restaurant called Kill My Name? I know her name. She has a bottle of seasonings, vegan seasonings called Sunshine. And Tabitha Brown, she has provided that attitude that she has is a perfect example for someone random to click on a video on her video, and you're just inspired 24/7, and you feel vibrant and very excited. And even if you're not feeling like that, the way that she adjusts her tone when she speaks, even if it is something that's like saying, now that's not right, we're not going to go out there and do anything that's going to make someone else feel bad. She directs the tone in a way to where someone isn't feeling like they're getting this type of information. I'll give you that example. No, no, we're not going to do that today. We're not going to do blah, 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 and you know better than that because you're not supposed to. And that right there is very unique because it's black. It's very unique. It's black. But but whenever you have a tone or direction and it's kind of like a little bit more boastful in a way that it may prevent someone from feeling safe, the type of tone is, it has to be a balance. But if you have this hood girl mentality or something, it's okay because that's your culture. Okay. But know that that itself is enough to scare certain people. Even when someone doesn't have a hood girl mentality, or a guy, especially, we're not going to leave out the guys either. You deliver your message the way that you know how because of how you were brought up into your life circumstances that allowed you to direct your messages in certain ways that fit your ability to have knowledge about. So it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that, some people may have different things, and these different things are their emotions, and their emotions are already at a moment to where they aren't looking for anything similar. They're looking for something that's better, but also almost similar, but in a form that they will understand. So because people cannot always be perfect, we cannot always be perfect. But this is why I chose to write on Instagram, because it has to be directed in a tone to where people know that it is not harsh and it is not wrong, but it is right, it is righteous, and it is in a way that people would not feel bad about the situation that they're in. They're going to feel at fault for themselves, but to understand that there is some way that you can receive encouraging information and still be influenced and still be gaining knowledgeable information that will help you understand the reasons for your situation right now, even when you decide that you want to change something about yourself or a circumstance. When people write certain things down, they can say it better than they can speak it. And not that I can't speak it in a way that you will understand it. Some people, may not be there to watch the video because of their distraction. Some people may not be able to read because of their distraction or their ability to. So this is the reason why I chose to get on my Instagram and encourage as many African Americans as I can, and the people of color, and even people who are not considered that, so that they can know that the gospel relies in the text, it relies in us, because we are the gospel. And that's pretty much it. So I refuse to live in fear. So I do appreciate when people put out videos on YouTube, and you know they're just encouraging. And sometimes, the intent of the video is not to just encourage you in a way to be like a motivational speaker. Sometimes people put out videos and um well, they're putting video out there to get content, and people should already be on this level of mindset before they even enter the world of technology, you know. But technology enhances people's minds, and it allows people to grow. And I really enjoy the technology that's out, and that's why I use my Instagram. So I decided to, continue to let you guys know that this is where I am, and this is where I want you guys to grow with me also, because there is a way of getting people to understand who they are, what they're capable of doing, so that they can prosper. And I refuse to live in fear. So, and I understand that when some people put videos out there, 9 times out of 10, every single last one of those videos aren't directly for me. They're for someone else. It can help for someone else. Okay. But, you know, and I can change the amount of people that I see, I think, because I can either unsubscribe some of the people, but some of the people that I subscribe to, I like seeing the content, and then some of the people I'm not subscribed to and I'm seeing the content, and I'm like, okay, I can do without this. How about you put another title up there that makes me feel really good, instead of putting something that's going to make me feel depressed or something like that. Even my videos, may not be something that someone likes. So it's like most people, and the things that I can do, I can read people's spirit, before they even start talking. I can read people's spirit through their writing. I can read people's spirit through their face. Before I even meet them and start talking to them. Um, but more importantly, and sometimes I'm like, why did I click on this video when I know? Because I just wanted to see how they were and how they were going to say it. And I'm like, gosh, I shouldn't have clicked on this video. And it's not anything wrong with that person. It's just that I did not feel a godliness connection in a 100% way. And sometimes when people see me, they may think that, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he just in la la land, or something like that. And, or who knows? And sometimes people do that. They think something else totally different, and it's not anything negative. But this is just an example. They may think that, something, about me is, well, it's kind of hard to explain. Let me just say that people aren't expecting for me to present the information that I have. And when I do it, it's a shock, and it's a no movement, or it's a continue to look or at and follow and study, but not really interact. So it's almost like, okay, so you know. And it's like some people's mindsets are like that. And not only that, but the Confederate system was designed like that, to not really care about that. And a lot of people like me don't even have, well, we didn't have before. Now that we're going into a newer age, we didn't even have um as much as respect as we should have gotten. So this is the reason why I'm saying that people can make it scary enough for you in this world to live in, and situations can be pretty devastating for some things. So I just wanted to say and make clear that I refuse to live in fear. So when I look at someone's video and they're having, and I feel like they have a video message for me, you can save all the negative stuff, because I've had experienced enough of that for me to have a passion to expect to have encouraging things. So there's nothing. So, and then I have to stop and think and say, well, that video wasn't for me. And then my spirit tells me, yes, it was for me, because they felt like they were teaching me, but they didn't have to teach me in that type of way. They didn't. Now, it's a blessing that they thought about that, but they didn't have to teach me in that type of way. The way that I need to be taught is in a kingdom type of way. And that's in a kingdom type of way. Is not to put myself out there as better than anyone. It's to put God out there so that people can know who God is. And once you realize who God is, then you will start understanding the spirit that lies within people and how to direct it. Have a good day, everyone.